Let's do this.
All by myself. What's up, everybody? Welcome back, family. Okay, so yes, Greg is not here. He's not feeling well. Um, but sorry, you're gonna have to deal with me. So let's see what we got. We have Robert. How's it going, dude? What's up, Greg Rich and my fellow coconuts? Yes, coconuts, in case you do not know, are the members of the Patreon group. The special name and hand pink waving. The problem with bifocals is I want to read, I have to do the old man thing. So yes, in case you're new to the channel on here on Mondays, we are here to review the Cover Price Top 10 Hot Lists. And a little amendment actually to last week's. Last week, we checked the list, checked it twice, and was actually getting a message from Cover Price that sorry they're late putting the list up. They're running behind because of New York Comic Con. I'm like, I said, dude, we've already done the video. It's up. And he goes, oh shoot, we didn't update it. I'm like, it says it's today's date, but there was one big change, and that was the G.I. Joe Duke book was at number 10, and the number 1 book was actually the Cobra Commander book. So, which didn't even appear on the top 10. So that is where we were. Now let's see where we are. And I'm going to click onto this one. Yes. I'm doing this without my IT department. Coming in at number 10 this week, we've got the Wolverine number 36, the Helverine. Oh boy. He's still sticking around. And you know, I shouldn't poo-poo it so much because is this any more crazy than Spider-Boy? You know, it's about the same price range, which by the way, Spider-Boy 9.8s are now down to about $70. So this book, the difference though, I think, is Spider-Boy is here to stay. Lonely Rich, yes, I am. But now I feel better that you're here and we can argue over the number 1 spot. I don't know if Helverine it's not a permanent character like Spider-Boy is supposed to be a permanent character. Helverine is a variation of Wolverine, and he will go back to being Wolverine at some point when, you know, they stop selling comic books of Helverine. They need to do something fresh. Average sales though look like they're still trending around the same rate though. You see top weekly sale 100. That is for 9.8. I guess some people already fast tracked. Glad I didn't buy that Spider-Boy. Yeah, well, I did. Sorry. I spent 90 on mine as a pre-order, which I don't feel bad about. But the Wolverine, Helverine, I think this is going to do the same thing as a Spider-Boy. It's going to come back a bit. So it's bouncing on and off the list. It's about to falling. It's falling into the 11 through the 20 range, I think, next week. So expect it to dip a little bit, in my opinion. Gargoyles number 1 newsstand version from Marvel Comics, 1993. Now this is actually kind of interesting. I don't really see any specific news or anything about this. I know they have the new series out, but if anybody has any idea why this is shooting up, a 28-year-old newsstand variant, which, by the way, $349. Now the last sale on that was $391. So it's going up. 9.4, 150. This is the newsstand from 95, which is lower print. You know, the newsstands and the direct sale kind of equalized around 85, 86, and then started going this way. So newsstands are much lower print, and to find a 9.8 is that much, even that much harder. But yeah, the newsstand number 1 of Gargoyles, $400 ish. I have no idea why. You got the embossed version in a 9.6. Okay, so that's going to be, wow, facsimile, facsimile. I assume it's going to be this one. It's the only one that doesn't say facsimile on it. Um, do you know? Does anybody know of any reason why the Gargoyles has popped up on the list? Did something get announced at New York Comic Con? They re-bringing out the series. Well, they did already bring it out, but I didn't think it was enough to drive up the old series. Kind of like Darkwing Duck. Anyway, it is what it is. I'm not really up on Gargoyles. No, honestly, am I looking to get that much more up on it? Bloodstrike, #1 from Image Comics, 1993. Now, this is taking a resurgent, and this is for two reasons, in my opinion. Average raw sale, $3. But we've got $89, $129 for a 9.8. It's the most recent one. And it's because, is it Liefeld? I think it was Liefeld. He announced during New York Comic Con that there is an actual concept of a trailer for a movie for this. So that's kind of like almost option news. A concept for a trailer. Okay, so it looks like they're going to be making a movie out of this. Also, and I don't know if the two are related, but they definitely have the same name. There is a video game that is very, very popular in China called Bloodstrike. And there's over 300 million players in China playing this game. It is just now becoming available in the United States and Google Play and on your phones and stuff like that. Oh, okay. Thank you. Disney Plus is making a live action gargoyle series. Skeptical question mark article. um, let's see if Disney Plus actually does that because they're trying to cut costs. I don't know if they're going to be doing, and they've cut quite a few Marvel things. I don't. I wouldn't be surprised if this actually gets cut. Ooh, but if it's with James Wan, now you just got my interest. Oh man, yeah, because he can. Yeah, if they've got him signed, it's going to be coming out. Then yes, but still, wrong time to purchase that book. The Blood Strike, though, announced a week ago. What? Let me guess. At New York Comic Con. A lot of the stuff is going to be because of news at New York Comic Con. The books shoot up on the news. Everybody's got to get it, and then it comes back down a little bit. So, any news that you see from New York Comic Con a week later, wrong time to buy the books. Just like this, Blood Strike. $3 most common sale for Raws, 129 for a 9.8, but fair market value of 89. And if I'm not mistaken, 93 Image was just printing books like trees were going out of style. So I'm sure that you could probably still find some of these in the back issue boxes. Don't go spending $129 on it. Look for a good copy of Raw. Bear in mind it does have that black border there, so watch for color up. Coming in at #7, Marvel Superhero Secret Wars #8, origin of the black costume symbiote, which later becomes Venom. Wasn't first appearance. First appearance was 252. I'm old enough. I actually bought that off the stands. Hey, what's up? How you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. And Canadian's joining the show as well. Canadian, did you receive the books? I don't know if you did or not yet, but I hope you did. But it does have to go through customs. We'll see. By the way, Canadian, you might be the last person outside the continent of the U.S. to receive New Comic Book Day, free comics. That was like $24 at shipping. And that was the cheapest version. I'm shipping like $8 worth of comics for $24, plus a brand new Gemini mailer. Oof. Deadpool creator Rob Liefeld debuts Bloodstrike concept trailer. Yes. It was, a concept of a trailer or something along those lines. But again, there's also a video game which is coming to the US, which is very popular in China by the same name. So maybe I don't know if it has anything to do with the comic book. Probably not. Hey, Kenneth, how's it going? Welcome to the show. Uh, Beta Ray Stinker. I saw Canadian Survivors and Timo Hana at the comic tier. Yes, absolutely. Canadian actually bought one of my books, the ones that I donated. So that was really cool. And yeah, the couple other books that I donated, the John Romita signature on the Spider-Man, that went for 250. I was so happy that that went up that high. And the Captain America that I donated, they put as a feature auction. So that went for 350. So altogether, Timo Hana was able to chip in $700 towards that collection, towards the comics curing cancer, and they broke $51,000. They more than doubled last year's total. Everybody in the comic book community, awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, and I can see Rob was really pushing through it. He was not feeling well, um, but he just pushed through it. And you got to remember all those books and art and everything that he's sold. He's got to pack that all up and pay for shipping out of his own pocket. So he really does believe in what he's doing, and he's really one of the good guys. So if you're not subscribed to Rob's Fat Stack of Comics, you should be. Anyway, get back to number 7 here. Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars number 7. We have like I said, the first, the origin of the symbiote, which becomes later becomes Venom. Um, I don't know why this is spiking right now, but this is a blue chip book for people's collections. You should have one in your collection. The one that is spiking, or that's on the hot list, is the direct sale 84, which would put it 45% of the market was probably direct sale at that time. But you're going to have better grades at that point. 9.8 selling for 450. That's not a bad price for a 9.8. There actually is a 10 and a 9.9. Yeesh. 9.6 is 270, 9.4 250, 9.2 170. That's not bad. I think I have a 9 too. And of course, you see the 9.0 for 200. So somebody got a nice steal there at 120. Sorry, 170. I'm reading that wrong. That's better. $170. And even that's still, this is a book that anybody would want to put in their collection. And I wouldn't be surprised if the reason that this is on the list is because the market is so far down on so many things that people are taking advantage of it to get those books that they wanted to get back in 2020 and 2021 that shot up. And now they're coming back down. And I'm surprised that they're selling as well as they are before Christmas. People are buying themselves some Christmas presents. But um, yeah, this is a book that forever will never fall in the tank. It's a good book to have in your collection. Coming in at number 6, Omega Men number 3, first appearance of Lobo. Greg and I, common book. We both have a 9.8 in this. I had to get was this so we could be real brothers there. The 9.8 now is 390. Oh, sweet. Thank you so much. I actually think I got that for right around the 300 mark not that long ago. Continued news. What we got? Did you get the one signed by John Beatty at the Calhoun show? I saw you at a couple years ago. No, I did not actually. I forgot that John was there. I was too busy selling, trying to run my booth. I was there by myself, so I couldn't walk away. I had to like beg the person next to me to just watch my booth for 30 seconds while I ran to the bathroom. But uh, that particular show, I didn't have the opportunity of going and getting anything signed. Besides, I don't think that there was anybody there from CGC to. I would have wanted to get that one yellow slabbed. Sorry, back to the Lobo. This is still more news, more speculation coming out about Jason Momoa playing Lobo. I think he would be perfect for it, especially after seeing the Fast and the Furious X. Not that that was a good film, but it did showcase the range of the character that he can play. Yeah, I'm really, really shocked. I mean, I didn't think he was a bad actor, but I didn't realize he was that good an actor. It's like, and but she's Hiddleston and Loki is killing it right now. So they're really trying to show that the comic book movies are actually cinema. Um, this is a book though that I think if you haven't gotten it already, you should hold off a little bit. I mean, you see that the highest known value was actually early this year, January 3rd, 554. That's when the rumors first started. I don't hear any news coming out from DC about what's upcoming projects. I think everybody's kind of taking a step back and reevaluating what the movie market, TV market is for comic movies right now. And we don't have any major conventions coming up anytime soon. We've passed San Diego, New York Comic Con, C2E2, D23. They're all passed. So no news is going to come out for a little while. Um, I would think that these books are going to settle a little bit as the market just stops buzzing about it. What we got here? A little off topic. You should do a video on selling at a con one day. I'm curious personally. I Larry, I would love to do a video about that, but the thing is that I have to be able to actually sell something at a con. So I did not do very well at the last convention. Um, the traffic was a little bit lower than I remembered at Cartersville, but more to the point, I think that I kind of I didn't do a good job of setting up. I limited myself to 100% slabs. I didn't have raw books, which automatically some people are just going to walk right past my booth. They're like, oh, they're looking for raws. I didn't have those eye catching books. I think I messed that one up myself more than anything. Let's move on. We have Ranger Stranger #1. Now, this is I'm not aware of this being optioned. I know that they have an omnibus out. I know that they are talking about rebooting this, but one of the things I don't like is this is getting a lot of sales lately. And you do realize that there are two Comic Tom 101 variants of this book, right? So I'm just wondering if he still has any stuck in his inventory and they're trying to buzz it up a little bit. Let's see. Cartersville is a tough market, and never noticed it advertised anywhere. I actually saw it on the electronic billboard. So ones that change. So I thought that was pretty cool. Um, but yeah, no, the Cartersville before the pandemic, I thought I was there, and that was buzzing. But I think I'm going to look into a different way. I don't know if shows are my forte. I don't think I have the books, the proper inventory to do shows properly. I mean, you would want to do a larger show, at which point I'm not gonna stand out in a larger show. I don't have that kind of inventory. We'll do other things. Seven Glenda Mitchells and one comic show. I don't understand that. Glenda Mitchells and one comic show ad. I don't get that. I'm sorry. Who's Glenda Mitchell? Um. Anyway, the Ranger Stranger. Uh, Raw comics are selling for 12. Again, there's a lot of different variants on this. I think that they have I know they have the trade paperback omnibus, whatever you want to call it. I think they have a new storyline coming up, but I'm not aware of any option news on this. So, eh, not a big fans. It's Scout Comics, so it's nice to see a Scout comic on this list though. Going to #4, we have American Psycho #1. This is the wraparound business card variant, the 1 in 10. Now, it's funny. I was looking at the rest of the books. The rest of the books are all up a little, down a little, down a little, up a little. They're all pretty much holding steady, pretty close to cover price. I did see a lot of these books, which means if stores ordered a lot of those books, then they got a lot of the 1 in 10s. The prices on this though, it looks like they're going up around $70 for some of these things. No, I'm thinking of a different book. I'm sorry. Most recent sales. Let's see. I can't read that. 56, 47, 42, 37. Um, I try to go with the 9.0 to 9.4 because anybody sells on eBay, whatever, they only guarantee a 9.4. Say that that's what it is. If you get a higher rate, in fact, fantastic. But anybody says it's a 9.6 or a 9.8, see it, it's a 10.0. Don't. I think that this is going to come down a little bit. I don't know. This is a new storyline, or are they just adapting the movie? I don't know. But again, I saw a lot of copies of these in the store, and I saw a lot of copies of this in the store the week after. So they didn't sell out of this. And I think that as a result, there's going to be a lot of 1 in 10s, and it doesn't look like everything is flying off the shelf on this particular book. I think it's over ordered. Ah, there we go. The Duke #1. This is the Cobra Commander New York Comic Con eBay spec foil, limited to 1,000. This is the one that shot up. Now, if you look at the sales on this, when it first came out, every single sale, $24.99, $24.99, $24.99, $24.99. Convention ended, $70, $75, $70, $68, $82. It's limited to 1,000. I don't even think that the artwork is that fantastic on it. That's the thing on it. It's a foil book limited to 1,000. And bottom line, I don't know how many more books people can put into their collections. That's the thing that's worrying about me with this market is there's 100 different books every single week on the shelves that everybody is supposed to go and buy. People are getting a little tired of this, and people are going to run out of room. I mean, we're deforesting with the amount of books we're making around here lately. And I just don't see how every single book can keep value. And as a result, I think that in the long run, everything from the last 10 years, I think is going to take a dump in the long run, with the exception of some very specific keys that were not high printed. That being said, I definitely would not be spending $85 on Duke #1, the Ashcan Cobra Commander 2023 New York Comic Con eBay spot foil, limited to 1,000. Nope, nope, not me. #2, Predator versus Wolverine. This is the Tyler Kirkham, and the artwork is probably one of the better ones from this particular issue, and I see a few pre-releases here. So there was that one and that one are both pre-release, but we've got $25. It is a variant. I'll see if I can blow it up a little bit for you guys. I mean, it does look pretty decent, but I don't know if this is another one of those books that is just getting too expensive these days. Last recorded sale is $25 for that. Looks like most common is 19, but we have pre-sales of a 9.8 for 82. Well, I'll tell you the truth. Before I go spending 25 on a raw, I'm buying a 9.8 for 82. There's just too many things that can go wrong. And coming at #1, Larry, you there? The Scotty Young. No, I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to go back to it. I agree. I did see the Scotty Young, and I have to give him his respects. Let's make sure we give it up, because I always pick on the guy, so I should definitely give respect when I can. That really does look good. So I do like it. But will I buy it? I don't know. I don't even know how much the cover price on these things is. Probably going to be another $8.99, $9.99 book. We'll see. September 20th, 2023. So it's been out already for a little bit. All right. So now we got to get to the hussy. I tease because I love you. Dazzler #1. Still continuing to climb. 9.8s now. What we got? Last 9.8 sale is at $252. And the good thing about this book is you don't have to wonder, was it a newsstand or was it a direct sale? They were all direct sale. Yes, there she is. There she is. She's your queen. She's your queen to be. Have you ever seen Coming to America? The rumors continue to fly. The director of the movie of Dazzler was asked point blank, "Is there any truth to it?" He just said, "This is a Marvel movie and it's a um, uh, Deadpool movie, so it's Marvel and it's Disney, so it's a double no comment." So, what does that mean? Does that mean absolutely yes, or does that mean I'm going to let you guys continue to talk about this and we can get free publicity? I don't know. Um, I wonder if she could have filmed her spots even though there was an actor strike because she's not part of the Actors Guild. Makes me wonder because she's got her tour going on, so she would have to try to squeeze that in. But 111 for a 9.6, 252 for a 9.8, still overpriced in my opinion. Because and nothing against Dazzler on this one, so don't kill me on this, Larry. It's just that I do remember when this book came out, and there were so many copies. It was like Venom, Spider-Man 300, the just Death of Superman. Just this is one of those books that they just printed way too many. But you can get a 9.8. I wouldn't not buy this book right now, especially since if this rumor turns out to be false, this book is going to plummet so badly. Oof. Ah, it's, it's an okay book to have. It represents the early 80s. I would rather have the X-Men 130. I have both in a lower grade. Both of them are 8.0. They're sisters. Hey, if I could get 2 8s on a scale of 1 to 10. If in real life, I'd be happy. All right, time for gun to my head pick. You know what? Gun to our head, because I'm going to pick one for Greg because he's not here. So, and I'm going to be spending his money. I'm going to tell him what he's got to buy. Let me see. What would I buy? Oy. No, that's. There aren't too many books that really just jumped out at me. I would probably, even though I already have one, I don't think it hurts to have an additional Marvel Superhero Secret War number 8. And I would be shooting. I already have a 9.2. I think I have a 9.2 newsstand actually. Um, I would probably be shooting for the same 9.2 ish range, something around the $200 range. Trying to get another copy for my collection. Now, Greg, if he was here, I'm sure he would be looking for a raw copy of Gargoyles number 1. Okay, I'd say I said I was going to spend his money, but um, Gargoyles number 1 in a newsstand in a near mins last sale $51. I think he would be shooting for that, trying to find that real nice copy, hoping for a 9.8 so he could turn that 51 into a 391. So, Greg, if you're watching, there you go. That's what you have been commanded by Larry and his queen to go buy. We don't actually buy these books, guys. We're just saying if. Once in a while, I actually do go buy it. Now, worst pick. This is the rubber band in my butt shot. uh, that's a possibility. Yeah. Jeez. I'm gonna have to go with Ranger Stranger. I don't think that this is going to do anything. I mean, even Sweet Tooth, and they actually made 2 seasons of that show, is dropping. Um, it's only $50 for a 9.8, but that was 2022. $8 for the last sale of a Raw, 12 for a near mints. I'm sorry. And one of the things that just worries me is the how it's getting publicized and talked about. And you've got this Comic Tom 101, this Comic Tom 101, This Comic Tom 101, why does he have so many variants of this book? He's got too much of a vested interest to pump and dump. So that one just scares me. I don't trust anybody that has tens of thousands of books they're trying to sell and says what books are hot. Okay. I mean, I definitely not me. Last show, I sold 2 books, not 1,000. Um, that would be my pick for worst of the week. And Greg, if he were here, he would say, just stay away from Dazzler. Just don't get Dazzler at all. It's not. Dazzler #1 is way overpriced. It is, and it's not because it's a bad book. It's just that it's way overprinted. I mean, come on. Honestly, Spawn #1 in a 9.8 is less than Dazzler #1. So, which one do we think is going to have more longevity? Sorry. I kid because I love you. You know that. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap this up. I started bringing stuff up here so I can start setting up shelves. Hopefully soon. I'm just too tired to start setting them up now. Soon we'll start actually moving the camera forward and showing a wall behind me. But until we see you in the next video, thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to check us out on Patreon at Team Ohana. On Etsy, you can find our store. It's Team Ohana. On Instagram, Team Ohana Family. Back Issue Book Club is you'll find a Team Ohana on any podcast. We did not get it done this week because Greg's not feeling well. We will catch up. And I've got the books all read. I just didn't get a chance to sit down to discuss with him. Wednesday is New Comic Book Day. And Thursday is the watch along for Loki. Hopefully, Greg will be feeling better for that. And that's for our Patreon members. So, guys, thank you so much. Until we see you in the next video, mahalo.